still ballin' in the mix. It's that 6'6" long dicks, them niggas sticking your chick. Pulling tricks, looking slick at all times when I'm flipping. Bar sipping, car dipping, wood grain ripping. Still tipping on four rapping, slow dipping, slow hoes, and no packets, blowing on that endo. GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. These niggas don't understand me, cause I'm boss hog on candy. Top down at Maxis with a big Glock 9 handy. Pieced up, creased up, stand dressed to impress. Big boss bill buckle under my Mitchell and S.O. Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding free wheel sliding like an escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the North. Ain't shit changed, I still represent what's your house. Tipping on Bobos, wrapped in Bobos. Tipping on Bobos, wrapped in Bobos. Tipping on Bobos, wrapped in Bobos. Pimping Bobos, and the bag is Bobos. Still tipping on Bobos.
Peace. My glasses on for this. Hold on. Shout out to everybody, man. What's going on? What is popping this morning? What is popping this morning, people? Clean my glasses off a little bit. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the supporters. Man, y'all follow me on Instagram at Dime Game Division. Follow me on Instagram at Dime Game Division. You dig? We're going to chop it up for a second, man. Let me see. Let me get my links together for a minute. Y'all give me 1 second, y'all. Dropping my link. For the people that sees it, for the people that see it, rather, you know, I'm dropping the link for the Self-Improvement Summit, man. There'll be a link going throughout the chat room for the Eventbrite for the Eventbrite. So this is how people will be signing up for the Self-Improvement Summit 7.0. I'll be dropping the Eventbrite link throughout the live stream. I'll be dropping the Eventbrite link throughout the live stream. Yeah. So anyway, Self-Improvement Summit 7.0, Houston, Texas. This is going to be the big show. You know what I mean? If you're interested in coming out, all the information that you need will be on Eventbrite. From the speakers to vending information about myself, contact information. We'll have the address of the hotel, where it's going to be at, the time, everything. All the information is going to be on Eventbrite. And yeah, so really, you don't really have to contact me, truth be told, about anything. You know what I mean? Everything, you know what I mean? Because I didn't really want to do Eventbrite. Well, it didn't really matter to me. It was like in the air, but what was happening was, truth be told, I was getting a lot of trolls, man. I was getting a lot of trolls. A lot of people was hitting me up, and I would be going into these like 10 to 15 page back and forth emails with people about the Self-Improvement Summit. You know what I mean? And people wanted to know my social security number. They wanted to know where my mama lived. They wanted to know all my kids' name and stuff like that. And then they'll just disappear. So imagine doing that every summit 15 to 20 times. So like I've learned my lesson, people. You know, I was hard-headed for a minute. You know what I mean? But, you know, and then you got some people that have hit me up like, yeah, man, tell me about the summit. I'm like, look, bro, I mean, and then I'll give them the basic information on the summit, and that ain't good enough. I'm like, look, man, you want me to go through everybody's presentation? You know what I mean? I don't even know their presentations. I just know mine. You want me to go through every single step of the summit? You know what I mean? Some things, if you watch my content, you should have a pretty good idea of what the Self-Improvement Summit is about. Now, every summit is different, and I don't mind giving out information, but I'm going to be honest, man. I was getting a lot of trolls, man, and I like to answer every email, but it was just turning into like a headache, man. And I'm like, damn, man, you know what I mean? Like, and then you got the people, then you got the refund people, you know what I mean? And I've given out a lot of refunds, you know what I mean? I've given out a lot of refunds. I can't do that anymore because people took advantage, man. People took advantage of the refund policy. For instance, right? I've literally had people sign up for the summit at 5 p.m. on a Tuesday or 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, and come 8 in the morning on Wednesday, they like, Boogie, I changed my mind. I want a refund. It's like, dog, like, and I'll just send the money back. But I'm like, look, man, you know what I mean? And after that happens 4, 5, 6 times, you realize, okay, man, you know what I mean? Don't pay unless you know you're going to come. You know what I mean? So typically what I'll do is, look, man, it's definitely not no refund. If you want your money back like a week before the summit, that's not enough time. You know what I mean? That's just not enough time, man. You know what I mean? So like some people like hit me up the day of, like, Boogie, I can't make it to the summit. It's like, dog, it's the day of the summit or the day before the summit. When did you know you wasn't going to be able to make it? Like, do you know that puts me in the bind? So, you know, I've been through a lot of situations like that, and where I had to give out money back out my pocket, like my personal pocket money, because last thing I want is somebody floating around YouTube like talking about I scammed them or whatever. You know what I mean? I've given out my personal money, but you know, there has to be some type of professionalism on both ends. You see what I'm saying? You can't hit me up the day of the event. So usually what I'll do is this. I'm like, look, I can't give everybody a refund, but I'm like, look, your credit is good with me. I got a list of names of people that didn't come to previous summits, but if they want to come to the next summit because they paid for a previous summit, then they more than welcome to come. You know what I mean? So I'll work with people, man, but a lot of people have taken advantage of me, man. And so I got to go through the Eventbrite situation. You know what I mean? And that way I can be hands off. So nobody can say, see, Boogie said this. See, not that I had any problems. I had one dude out of 7 summits. This is a true story. Out of 7 self-improvement summits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had one guy saying that I took his money. And let me explain what happened, people. Y'all hit that like button. Let me explain what happened with that. I'm not going to say no names or nothing like that. If he's listening, he know who he is. That was a guy. This is a true story, man. Y'all better put y'all seatbelts on for this story. And I'm about to knock your socks off with this. Get your popcorn, get your Gatorade, get your water, get your coffee. I'm going to blow your socks off with this information. I never told this story in totality, but I'm going to tell it now. Y'all know me, man. I just don't give a damn. But this is, I want to make you laugh this morning. And after that, we'll get into the topic. There was a guy, this is true story, y'all. Y'all not even going, y'all press 1 if y'all want to hear this story. The story is so outlandish, y'all not going to believe it. Y'all know I never lied to y'all in one of my stories. I've never lied to y'all. Y'all press 1 if y'all want to hear this story. It is so crazy, you're not going to believe it. You are not going to believe this story, man. I'm dead serious, man. I put this on my children. This is a true story. So, okay, a couple years ago, right? When I first, like when my channel, my old channel, not this channel, my old channel where I had a lot of subscribers before it got taken down. A couple years ago, right, there was a guy that did a consultation with me. True story. He did a consultation with me. I never met the guy, I don't know the guy. But anyway, so we did the consultation. Now, in the consultation, the dude was telling me about, he was a married man. He was married. He had a child, one child, him and his wife. Beautiful family. He sent me pictures of the family. Beautiful family, man. And he did a consultation with me. I'm not going to get into the details of it because I don't, that's confidential. But we did a consultation. So anyway, this same guy that I did the consultation with emailed me a couple weeks later. He emailed me like, Boogie, fuck that. I don't want to be married no more. He was like, I don't want to be married no more, da-da-da-da-da. I was like, dog, I emailed him back. I was like, okay. I was like, man, you got a beautiful family, man. I was like, why would you risk your family for something stupid? Then a couple weeks after that, he emailed me. It was like, Boogie, I was bugging out, man. No. Before that, this is the dude that doxed me, right? It's a true story. The same guy I did the consultation with doxed me because he was starting up a YouTube channel of his own. I'm not going to say no names. He doxed me. He put out a mugshot of mine of one of my DUIs. I got a couple DUIs in my life. It is what it is. Most people that know me already know that. I got a couple DUIs in my life. So he put out a mugshot of one of my DUIs. I'm like, dog, who gives a fuck? But why would you do that? And then he must have forgot that I had his phone number from the consultation. I had his phone number. So I called him. I was like, dog, what are you doing, man? I said, why are you doxing me? Why are you putting out my mugshot on your YouTube channel? And he was like, my bad, Boogie, man. I'm trying to get some traffic on my new channel, man. And he didn't just try to dox me. He was doing videos of other content creators. I'm not going to say no names. I wasn't the only guy. So he was trying to bring some traffic to his channel. He was like, yo, man, I just want to get some viewers and stuff like that. So I'm like, dog, all you had to do was hit me up. I would have did some collaborations with you, man. I would have got some subscribers to your channel. I'm like, you playing yourself. He was like, my bad, man. I'm going to take it down. So he took down the videos. Anyway, actually, like, y'all know what's funny? That same situation was, I guess, the cause of me and Kevin Samuels never talking again. That particular situation was the reason me and Kevin Samuels kind of went out separate ways or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. But it was because that was a big reason how I handled that situation. And I might get into that when I'm done. But that same dude had emailed me a couple weeks after that and was like, Boogie, man, I was tripping. You know what I mean? I got back with my wife, man. I was bugging out, man. I just wanted to be single for a while. I'm like, tell me about it, man. I'm like, you online all day listening to these content creators talk about all the women they get, all the sex and pussy, da 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 da. That you wanted to get out in the streets, not realizing you got a beautiful family. So anyway, that was that. So this dude was everywhere. So anyway, I talked him off the ledge. He got back with his family, and I just left it alone. I just left it alone after that. I hadn't heard from this dude until right before Self Improvement Summit number 4 in DC. It was Summit number 4, and he hit me up for a consultation. And I knew the name looked familiar. I was like, this name looked familiar. So anyway, when we did the consultation, I was like, oh shit, man, it's you. So the dude gave me, you know what I mean, update and everything. Needless to say, he ended up divorcing his wife or whatever. So this guy was everywhere. He did the consultation. And at the end of the consultation, he was like, yeah, Boogie. He was like, yo, man, you know what I mean? I'm dating this young college girl right now. And I'm dating this other girl, you know what I'm saying? This other African girl, whatever, man. I said, word up. I said, so you left your wife to date 2 other women. I'm like, okay, fair enough. He was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna bring one of them to the self-improvement summit. I was like, okay. So I gave him the information on the price of the summit and everything. And he was like, yo, man, I'm gonna call my girl and I'm gonna hit you up tonight to let you know what we're gonna do. I was like, cool, I'm here. So anyway, and that's what he did. He hit me up later on that night and was telling me that he was like, yo, I swear to God, he was like, Boogie, yo, man, I broke up with my girlfriend just now, man. Fuck that bitch. I broke up with her because she said something bad about Kevin Samuels. Fuck that bitch. I'm coming to the summit by myself. And then he sent the money through to the summit. For one, he paid for one person himself. Keep in mind, I just talked to him maybe 4 hours earlier. He was telling me about how much he liked his girlfriend. She's submissive. She listened to him. When he say jump, she say how high, all of this good stuff. And, you know what I mean, hours later, he telling me he broke up with the girl because she said something negative about Kevin Samuels. This guy never met Kevin Samuels. He don't know Kevin Samuels. I'm like, why would you break up with your girlfriend because she said something bad or negative, rather, about Kevin? This stuff was getting weird. Now, y'all wonder why I be online bugging out, because this is the type of stuff I got to deal with. Like, y'all don't understand the amount of mental health issues is in Black YouTube. Y'all don't really truly understand the way I do. So I'm like, whatever, man. It just is what it is. So that was that. I'm like, this guy's crazy, man. So anyway, long story short, come to find out that same guy was running around telling people that he was a speaker at the summit. Now, he bought a slot for the summit for himself. He was running around telling people that he was a speaker at the Self Improvement Summit number 4. So after all of this stuff, I emailed the dude, and this was a couple weeks before the summit. I said, look, bro, I said, I don't know what you want. I don't know your problem. I don't want you at my event. I said, I don't want any negativity at my event. I said, clearly you're bugging. And I didn't give him a refund. This is a fact. I didn't give him his money back. Now, am I wrong for not giving him his money back? Now, the biggest reason I didn't give him his money back was because I was in that window of I don't give refunds that close to the summit. I'm sorry, I just don't. And it's his fault that he didn't come. So I'm like, dog, I have a no refund policy this close to the summit. You can't get that money back. And then he was bugging out and harassing me for a while. I'm like, you're not getting your money back. It's your fault because you running around telling people in Black YouTube that you're speaking at the summit when you're not. So I had one issue with that. As far as that shit, man, this guy was just crazy, man. So after stuff like that, man, I decided I need to be hands off. You know what I mean? I'll have everybody go through Eventbrite. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Usually people just send the money through PayPal, Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I'll get the name. I'll give them a confirmation. I just thought it was an easier process, but I see, and this is a Black male, by the way. Let me get this clear. This is a Black male, by the way. It's not a white male. It's not a Black woman. This is a Black male, by the way. I just got to put that out there for y'all to know. You know what I mean? This is not a Black woman trying to destroy my shit. This is a Black man. I had to put that out there for y'all. Anyway, so it's this stuff like that, man, that it just becomes a headache, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, dog, if you wasn't telling people you were speaking at my event, and all this other kind of crap you was doing, you would have came to the summit. Everything would have been good. You know what I'm saying? So this just is what it is, man. You know what I mean? You deal with, it's a lot of trolls, man. It's a lot of mentally ill dudes around here, man. Real talk. A lot of dudes don't need to come to the summit. They need a psychiatrist and medication, for real. If I was a woman, I wouldn't date some of these dudes. Like, look at their behavior. You broke up with your girlfriend because she said something negative about Kevin Samuels. You don't know Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? You don't know Kevin. The only person that know Kevin Samuels really is me. Not that we're not best friends, but I did know him for a while. Kevin Samuels can't stand these dudes, man. And that's the funny part to me. You know what I'm saying? And I got to repeat that. Kevin Samuels cannot stand these guys. He think they lazy. He think they gave up on themselves. He think they don't have any ambition, et cetera, et cetera. They don't care about their appearance, et cetera, et cetera. And these the same dudes that'll break up with their girlfriend. This stuff is very strange, right? And y'all wonder why I be bugging. I be like, it ain't me, man. It ain't me. So anyway, we're going to get to the topic. But that situation right there had caused me and Kevin Samuels to go into a little back and forth over that. You know what I'm saying? And, I hadn't talked to the guy since. You know what I'm saying? I wish Kevin Samuels the best of luck. You know what I mean? Obviously, he has achieved massive success. And I've never been a hater, man. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a hater. When Kevin Samuels called upon me to do some content and things, I was right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't regret it. It was a time. Everybody moved on. Everybody's working on their own mission. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm happy. He's doing what he want to do. He's happy. So that wasn't about Kevin. I just had to throw that out there. That situation was one of the reasons me and Kevin hadn't spoken since, amongst other things too. But that was one of the biggest things. Because Kevin Samuels used to, like, here was the issue. I didn't like what Kevin Samuels was saying about Black men. This is a true story. You know what I'm saying? I could be hard on Black men. One, because I'm a Black man and I know we need to clean up our shit. I say things out of love. I felt like Kevin Samuels was like sticking his nose up at a lot of Black men. Some of the things he had told me. I didn't like that shit, man. And me and him, we had a little to do about that. And I realized now some of the things he was right about. I mean, he wasn't totally wrong, but I just did like hearing that shit, man. I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, what's your beef, man? You know what I'm saying? And then I felt like he was like an elitist type of dude, man. I'm like, dog, like, y'all know me, man. I'm always put the mirror up. I'm like, nigga, you ain't perfect either, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was before his channel took off. You know what I mean? Now, I guess he can say certain things, but at that time, I mean, Kevin Samuels was just another dude at that time. You know what I mean? He was just another dude at that time. And it just was, you know, man. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. But and again, I wish him all the best, man. I wish him all the best. I wish him all the best, man. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told. But yeah, that was, you know what I mean? This stuff is crazy in Black YouTube. So the real reason a lot of Black men say that they done with Black women, right? And this is just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? This ain't facts, it's my opinion, people. And I think one of the biggest reasons is, you know, one of them is, you know, a lot of Black men, you know, we don't have a lot of safe places to be vulnerable, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. And I think a lot of Black men, when it comes to women, I'm talking about Black women, when it comes to Black women, a lot of Black men, we hold Black women to a different standard. You know what I mean? Not all Black men, but a lot. Meaning a lot of Black men want Black women to be their mothers, to be their counselors, to be, you know, that confidant, to be their nasty bitch. You know what I mean? And, you know, and when a lot of dudes don't get that, they start to get upset. You know what I mean? Because a lot of Black women, they're not gonna kiss your ass, man. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth, man. They're not really gonna kiss your ass and shit like that. And I think it just creates a disconnect. You know what I mean? A lot of Black men don't feel supported by Black women. You know, I can tell you a reason off the top of my head. And here's the truth, man. And I've said this before, but I gotta say it again. A lot of young Black girls are mean to young boys that they're not attracted to. Y'all hit that like button for me, y'all. Matter of fact, let me drop my. I'm moderating myself today. That's fine. Um, a lot of young Black girls are mean as shit. If y'all want to support the channel, y'all can hit me up on Cash App. I don't have a super chat button. Y'all can hit me up on Cash App. Um, but yeah, a lot of young Black girls are mean as shit, man. Especially to young boys that they're not attracted to. And obviously that's gonna cause some I mean some anguish, man. I mean, you can't say it's not. You know what I mean? Fuck, man. I was in middle school. I was in high school. I remember those days. A lot of young girls were mean, man. I had a really bad speech problem growing up, right? This is a true story. I had a really bad speech problem. I mean, I was teased by young girls. I was teased by the boys too. You know how many fist fights I got into? You know what I mean? In our culture, if you don't have tough skin, you're not gonna make it far. If you don't know how to roast, if you don't know how to defend yourself, um, if you don't know how to ignore certain things, you're gonna have a very tough time. I mean, I've gotten into plenty of fist fights over that shit, man. And you know, obviously that was my motivation to get better. But I'm gonna be real, man. A lot of the young girls, I went to public school all my life, man. I didn't grow up in the suburbs, bro. I grew up in the inner city where shit was rough. And the young girls was tough, man. Like you had to either stand up or you was fooled, man. So a lot of dudes didn't make the cut. You know what I'm saying? If you had on some funny shoes, if your haircut wasn't lined up right, I mean, let's keep it real, man. If your swag was a little off, if you might have been a little off brand or something, man, especially by the popular girls, man, you was swimming with the fishes, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be 100. And a lot of dudes still harbor that same energy, man. A lot of those dudes are really angry about that. You know what I mean? You got 50-year-old niggas talking about the prom, talking about the prom. Y'all don't think that's odd? Y'all don't think that's weird? But this is how upset a lot of niggas are. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I understand. I understand. You know, I mean, appreciate that cash app, Tyrell Nash. Appreciate that cash app. I mean, I get it. I mean, I slept with 2 women on my prom night, but that's just a different story. But I put that work in. You know what I'm saying? I didn't roll over and give up on life. You know what I mean? I said, fuck that. I'm getting better. Let me tell y'all a story. And I've said this before. Put my glasses on, y'all. Hey, appreciate that cash app, Jordan Marcy. Sleep. Let me tell y'all something, man. My 11th grade year, my whole high school, right? My whole high school, my 11th grade year was the toughest. My 11th grade year was the toughest. Y'all hit that like button, please. It was the toughest year for me. I didn't get no play from the women, from the girls, man. I might have had sex twice that whole year, maybe 3 times, maybe twice. I don't know. You know what I mean? It was tough, man. I couldn't get my swag right. You know what I mean? I was losing girls to lesser men. At least I felt like it. I'm being honest, man. I was losing my girls to lesser men. I'm like, man, this nigga is 4'11". You gonna date him before me? I wasn't clicking. My energy was off. I wasn't getting fresh. So that 11th grade year was tough, man. I had to dry dick the whole year. I was watching girls deal with straight savages, man. Talking about niggas that was going upside their head before they dealt with me. I had to go back to the drawing board. So what did I do? That summer, right? That summer of my 11th grade year, I had a real conversation with myself. True story. Because I didn't want to go through that my senior year, man. So that summer, I got a job. I'm working at the mall. Because I didn't have a job my 11th grade year. I got a job. I mean, I did have a job my 11th grade year toward the end. I did get a job. I'm lying. I did get a job. I got a better job. I got some side hustles. I just found my swag. I stayed up in that mirror. No cap. I stayed up in that mirror till I found that fucking swag, dog. And I said, word. I had to really go deep into myself to the point I damn near had tears coming down my eyes, bro. Because that shit hurt, man. I mean, if we gonna be honest, fellas. That shit hurt. When you see the girls that you got a crush on, and they dealing with straight savage, dusty dirtball niggas. We talking about dirt around the back of their neck ass niggas. We talking about greasy fingernails, chapped lipped ass niggas, man. And I'm like, you gonna deal with this nigga? You know what I mean? You gonna deal with this nigga? This nigga's in the 11th grade with 2 baby mamas. And you gonna deal with this true story. You gonna deal with him? This nigga is in high school with 2 baby mothers. They didn't care. But I had to be honest with myself and say, nigga, my shit ain't clicking. I'm coming to school with some bullshit on my feet. This is no cap. I ain't ironing my clothes every day. My haircut ain't crispy like it should be. I just let myself go. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe I was depressed. But at the end of the day, I had to keep it real. Like I got to stop worrying about everybody else because it's me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I always been a good looking motherfucker, man. Like, I'm like, hold on, man. I ain't the elephant, man, motherfucker. Hold on. We got it. What's going on? My swag was off. I wasn't confident. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't commanding. I lost myself. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I had a real conversation with myself in that mirror, man. Like, hold the fuck up. That 12th grade year, you ain't never see a nigga do a bounce back like that. Man, Jones, y'all know I wouldn't lie to y'all, Jones. That 12th grade year, bro, you ain't never see a bounce back like that. I got my paper right over the summer, right? Let me tell you the sequence of things. I got my paper right, and then I had got into a car accident. Somebody had hit me, and I got a settlement check. So my paper was doing a lot better. Nigga, I got fresh. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got fresh. I showed up the first day of school, fresh as shit. Nigga, back when I had hair, nigga, my waves was on 360. You ain't never see a lineup that crispy. The way I showed up to the first day of school, I said it's popping. Nigga, I ain't looked back since. I ain't looked back since. My senior year, I swear to God, man, I put this on my soul. I dated two of the prettiest girls in school at the same damn time. And so a nigga might say, how you go from the bottom to top shelf? I started with the truth, nigga. That my shit was soggy as hell my 11th grade year. I started with the truth, and I didn't lie to myself. I stopped focusing on everybody else, and I was like, dog, my shit ain't right. I'm coming to school, my jeans is wrinkled. You know what I mean? My jeans was wrinkled. My shirts wasn't pressed. This was back when niggas was wearing Jupe. Like, y'all remember Jupe cologne? Niggas was wearing mad Jupe and Issey Miyake. I ain't got no smell good on. You know what I mean? I ain't put no smell good on. You dig? Like, my shit just wasn't clicking. So the girls wasn't supposed to like me. And the ones that did like me, I didn't want them, so I was fucked. The girls that did like me, I'm like, man, I didn't even want them. So I had to do what I had to do, dog. Nigga, that summer between my 11th and 12th grade year, bruh, you would have thought I was in football training camp. I put that work in, nigga. Like, y'all remember back in the day when niggas was wearing Jeep, mad Issey Miyake. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bruh, I had to get my shit together. I didn't blame the women, even though I was a little irritated. I was. I didn't blame the girls. I didn't blame the other niggas because they was being niggas. They was doing the same thing I would have did if I was in that position. They took advantage. I'm like, nigga, I come to compete at a high level. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come for no handouts. I didn't come for no pity pussy. Bitch, I come to compete. I'm going to get what's mine. And that's what I did. I dated two of the prettiest girls in high school. One of them was my girlfriend, and the other one, Michelle, my little muffin baby. Miss her to this day, my little muffin baby. Hope she doing good. Man, I took her away from this thick mustache nigga. I didn't like his mustache. You know what I mean? Her boyfriend at the time. His mustache was mad thick. It looked like a brim on his lip. And we was in high school. I'm like, no, you don't need her. Give me her. I didn't like his mustache, so I just went on and took her. But, yo, man, took her, gave her back. Took her again, gave her back. And I got into a fight with the nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to put the beats on the nigga. Trust me, man, when you're dealing with some fine girls, man, they come with, nigga, you're going to have to scrap for that. It all come with the game. You ain't going to be dealing with no pretty woman and you don't get into no back and forth with the hands, niggas. You come to compete. I found my swag, man. Like, you know what, bro? I got to stop feeling sorry for myself. I got to stop being angry. And I got to get out here and compete. That's it. So I just wanted to tell that story, man. Maybe I can inspire or motivate a couple niggas, man, because I understand how it is when your swag ain't right, when your paper ain't right. And you know when your heart of hearts, you a good nigga. Man, it don't matter if you a good nigga. I'm being honest, man. It don't matter if you a good nigga. It should, but it don't. It's a lot of good women out here. Niggas don't want them. It don't matter how good you is. Y'all hit that like button. I'm being honest. It don't matter how good you is. You can't make nobody like you based on how good you is, dog. No, nigga, you got to come to compete. I would tell the same thing to a woman. All of these women out here twerking and showing their ass and all of that, you got to come to compete. What separates you from all the women? Either you're going to come to compete or you're going to be on the sideline complaining. You want you a good man, you're going to have to compete. That's the only thing I can say. Or just be angry for the rest of your life. I mean, that's on you. I know how it feel when you want somebody and they don't want you back. Nigga, you don't think I know that feeling? That shit is winter weather cold, bro. Straight up and down. That shit is winter weather cold when you want somebody and they don't want you back. That shit hurt. You're like, damn. And you know you'll treat them right. Woo, 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 and all this other shit. But at the end of the day, it just ends what it is, man. So a lot of dudes are upset at women because they didn't want them when they wanted the women. But that ain't how life go, dog. You got to get your swag right. You got to get your paper right. You got to get your mind, your body right. You got to believe in yourself, man. You got to be seen. And the reality was my 11th grade year, I wasn't seen. I wasn't seen. The girls wasn't supposed to see me. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing my job. So I had to fix that, man. You know what I mean? I had to fix that. Straight up and down. Did you just say there's a lot of good women? They're just not black. Hey, you might want to re-watch my live stream because that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said it's a lot of good women out here, but a lot of dudes just don't want them. I don't really know what you heard. That didn't even sound like what I said. But yeah, at the end of the day, though, man, that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of upset dudes, man. And I get it on some level. I know how mean young girls are, man. You think I ain't go through it? I've been through it. I know how mean young girls are, man. Especially when they don't like you, man. And then you turn around and you look at them dating a savage. You're like, damn. And you see how these niggas be treating them and shit. But then you got to ask yourself an honest question. If you was in that position that he's in, would you treat the girls just like he treating them? Because you got abundance. At that point, the girls is coming to talk to you. You ain't stunting them. So I couldn't even get mad at the niggas no more. They doing what they supposed to do. They doing what they supposed to do, bro. They treating the woman exactly how the women are treating themselves. I can't get mad at them niggas. Or at least back then, I couldn't get mad at them niggas. I'm going to be honest, man. What they supposed to do? They got a bunch of girls falling at their feet. They can do and say whatever. So you start to deal with life on life terms, dog. Either you come to compete or you're going to stay home. You know what I'm saying? And I had come to compete. My 12th grade year, I come to compete. Like I say, man, I never really looked back since then. I never looked back. But that was tough, man. I know how it feel to beat your dick before school and all of that shit. And I don't endorse masturbation. Let me get that crystal clear. I don't endorse that shit. But back in high school, you horny as fuck. Nigga walk out the door with a hard dick. I know how it feel to beat your dick before school and shit like that, man. That shit hurt, dog. You're like, dang. But I never wanted revenge. I never wanted revenge. I never wanted to make no girl pay because I didn't get no pussy my junior year. That's insane, man. Yeah, I was frustrated, man. Yeah, I was frustrated, man, but I kept it moving, man. I had to get better. A nigga had to get better, bruh. And that's in that junior year, man, I hit rock bottom, bruh. I hit rock bottom with the shit. And I'm gonna tell you why I hit rock bottom. Y'all hit that like button. I hit rock bottom because I didn't believe in myself no more. And that's probably the biggest thing the girls seen. Like this is a wounded man. He's bruised up. He don't even believe in himself. How can I believe in a man that don't believe in himself? I had to be honest with a young boogie and not sugarcoat that shit. Why y'all think I talk the way I talk now? Nigga, I've given myself these conversations years ago, went long before YouTube was around. I was up in that mirror telling myself, nigga, you whack, nigga. Nigga, you don't give a fuck about yourself, nigga. You walking with your head down. Nigga, long before YouTube existed, I was talking to myself crazy. I had to motivate myself, nigga, when nobody was there. Y'all wasn't thinking about no red pill when I was having these conversations, nigga. When I was in that mirror crying, like, damn, man, why the fuck I'm being treated like a second-class citizen? Because I stopped believing in myself. I did. I did. I did, man. You never let yourself get to that point. You never let yourself get to that point. All his exes just blocked him 2 minutes ago. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? No, let me. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, so that's just what it was, man. A nigga stopped believing in himself, man. And that's just a characteristic that women ain't gonna feel. A girl ain't supposed to like you if you don't like yourself. A girl ain't supposed to like you if you don't believe in yourself. She ain't supposed to like you. You gotta believe in yourself first, man. And I lost track of that. I was running around talking about I'm a good nigga, man. Nobody gives a fuck. We all got good hearts. It's a lot of people with good hearts, but that shit don't mean nothing, man. It's a lot of poor homeless people with a good heart. I'm not saying be a savage, but come on, man. That ain't how life works. You either gonna come and compete or you gonna have a seat. Nigga, I come to compete. Nigga, I come to compete. Same thing I told y'all with the self-improvement summit. It ain't no competition. It ain't no competition. The only competition with the self-improvement summit is maybe the 21 convention. And we're gonna see about that. I come to compete. That's it. That's it. I ain't doing no excuses, no nothing. A nigga gonna get it done or you not. You gonna make it happen or you not. That's it. Ain't no competition. After this Houston event, it ain't gonna be no competition. Fuck it. Let me go in and talk my shit. After this Houston event, it definitely ain't gonna be no competition. We will be at the top of the food chain for self-improvement. Period, man. Yeah, I said it. And I stand on that. I stand on that message. You can't tell me otherwise. After this Houston event, y'all gonna see. For the haters, get your magnifying glass. For the supporters, pull up a seat. I'm gonna buy you a drink. That's it. You come to compete or you not. The rest of that stuff, nobody cares about. You know what I mean? And I stand on that. And you can tell them I said it. Somebody hit up Anthony Joshua and tell him C Boogie has come to compete. Put up. Put up. No sponsors, no big sponsors, just the people, grassroots, man. We're not charging people $3,000 to come and all of that. Ain't no competition. Just the people. And I thank the people that supported. And I thank the people that donated. And I thank the people that believed in us, man. And I'm only saying that to motivate the trenches, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to talk no shit no more. I'm saying this to motivate the trenches. I'm saying this to motivate real niggas. I'm saying this for a nigga that might be walking around depressed or irritated because life ain't going his way. Nigga, if you got a vision, nigga, you better believe in that shit, bro. It's going to be a long road. You got to put the work in, but at the end of the day, man, you stick to it. You stick to it, man. Get it in. And you get better. You become a master of your craft. You study. You educate yourself. And you stay consistent most of all. You can't go wrong out here, man. I'm only popping my shit to motivate the trenches. Because I want to see niggas win. You could do anything you put your mind to, man. You know, within reason. But at the end of the day, you either gonna compete or you not. Life is one big weeding out process. Every job interview you go on, that's a weeding out process. Every college application you put in, that's a weeding out process. When you went to basic training for the military, boot camp, that's a weeding out process. For every apartment application you put in, that's a weeding out process. Every time you get on a dating app, there's a weeding out process. Every time you go buy a new car and they pull up your credit score, that's a weeding out process. Life is a weeding out process, man. It's going to let you know who you are. And that's it. That's it, man. This ain't about nothing, man. That's life. Life gonna weed you out. If you can't compete or don't want to compete, you're dictating your life, man. And another thing I want to touch on, life is going to be different for men and women. That's another reason a lot of black men don't like black women. They feel that black women got it easy. I mean, I've heard the conversations. Like, oh, they can get welfare or public housing. I mean, who the fuck want to do that? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop comparing yourself to women. A woman's plight is a woman's plight. A man's plight is a man's plight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a low-key jealousy going on. I don't know. But you can't compare yourself to a woman. You know what I'm saying? The burden of a man is always going to be harder. That could be a homeless man on the street. Motherfuckers will walk right over his head. A homeless woman, at some point, she'll get an opportunity to get shelter. Especially if she got kids. If she got kids, definitely. Nobody really gives a fuck about the plight of a lot of men. That is a burden on our shoulders, man. Like, focus on that. Stop worried about what the women are doing. I mean, there's going to come a time where you're going to have to just develop tunnel vision, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. Just being honest, man. There's all these excuses on why black men are not performing. Black men is the biggest enemy to black men. Who just shot Young Dolph in his own community? We talking about a black man that gave out jobs, that brought money in his own community, that had a family, a beautiful family, that was buying property in his own community. Who shot him down in cold blood? That was a black man that did that. Two black men, actually. Who killed Nipsey Hussle? Again, in his own community that he was trying to rebuild. And we can go down the list, man. But we don't want to deal with the truth. And as long as we don't deal with the truth, ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to change. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. The biggest plight to black men is black men. I'm being 100. Being 100. The biggest plight to black men is black men. You dig? That's about as best as I can say, man. We don't want to deal with the reality. It's always somebody else's fault. We got 1,000 excuses. I'm like, damn, if these women make a mistake, you don't let them get one excuse. But black men, we can have all the excuses in the world. But you know what I see? I see a lot of bullshit in the ranks of black men. A lot of hating on each other. Niggas, everybody want to fuck each other girls. You know what I mean? A lot of ego, pride type of shit. Everybody want to be the man. Niggas do not. A lot of niggas don't know how to work together. It's a lot of bullshit, man. We got to clean up our ranks. A lot of hyper violence. Being 100, man. We gotta fix this shit ourselves too. I understand a lot of these women got their issues and whatever. So a nigga do a whole live stream about how women wearing weave is destroying the community. I'm like, no, black men killing each other and selling drugs is destroying the fucking community. Last time I checked, the majority of niggas busting their gun is black men. We got 1.5 million black men in prison. It's only a little over 3 million people in prison in total. 1.5, half of them are black men. Just put it like that. But we don't want to deal with the reality, man. More than half the prison population is black. And we only like 9%, what they say, 10% of the population in this country. That's crazy shit, man. Every time I used to go to school, every person on the corner selling drugs was a black man. All of these niggas, I mean, a lot of these niggas came from good families or whatever. They could have got a job. They didn't want a job. They didn't want a job. So miss me with the excuses. They didn't want no job. They didn't want to work hard. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to work for the white man. And all of that was crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed their own fucking community, man. Then they got to a point, it became savagery. Robbing old ladies, beating up kids and shit, robbing children. Like, what the fuck? It turned into savagery. And now you got what you got. What's the first role of a man? To establish order. If you got men in a community and there's no order, whose fault is that? I mean, we don't want to deal with the truth. Whose fault is that? The first role of a man is to establish some type of order in any situation. So I mean, we're not being 100 about this stuff, man. We're not being real about a lot of this shit. We just not. You know what I mean? I mean, like, just including myself. I'm not, you know what I mean? I did a lot of dumb shit, and you know, I probably could have did more. Made a lot of mistakes I wouldn't make today. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's always an excuse when it comes to black men. Oh, he didn't have a father. I didn't grow up with a father. I didn't grow up with a mother. But I didn't get out here and rob a bank and shoot a nigga either. Man, there's a thing called common sense, man. There's always a fucking excuse for these things, man. But let a young girl get pregnant. Niggas ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Oh, she's a thought whore. But that same young man, oh, you know what I mean? He didn't have a father in his life. Man, shut the fuck up, man. That shit is old and played out. None of the niggas I grew up with had fathers. None of the niggas. We ain't had no fathers in our house. Fuck that. Let's keep it real. I grew up in a fatherless generation. Some niggas went down this path. Some niggas went down that path. We all got choices, man. Nigga, I ain't grow up with no parents, nigga, but I ain't never go rob the fucking corner store. I knew better than that. Fuck out of here, man. The excuses, it's the excuses for me. Like, that's disrespectful to tell me if I did something stupid, it's because I didn't have a father. That's disrespectful to a nigga. Nigga, I know better. If I do something, it's because I want to. I'm going to stand on it. That's just who I am. If I go rob a bank, God forbid, I mean, I would never do it. Hypothetically speaking, if I go rob a bank, I'll stand in front of the judge and say, Your Honor, whatever you see fit for my punishment, give me that. But don't hit me with no excuses. Oh, I didn't have no father, and it was my environment. No, nigga, I wanted some money to get fresh, Your Honor. I robbed the bank because I wanted to get fresh. And I wanted to go trick off on some bitches. Thank you, Your Honor. I rest my case. I mean, come on, man. Fuck out of here, man. And y'all niggas stop accepting those excuses. It's stunting our growth. Stop accepting those excuses, man. I got some very successful homeboys that didn't grow up with no father. They very successful, man. Niggas damn near millionaires, man. There's always some shit, man. There's always somebody else's fault. I just can't get with that, man. I just can't get with that all the time, man. The excuse thing, man. There's always a fucking excuse. Oh, she tried to trap you with a baby. Man, I'm not even trying to hear that stupid shit. Unless a woman put a gun to your head, how the fuck she try to trap you with a baby? There's no such thing in my world. Unless she put a gun to your head or She got the condom out the trash can, which you should have flushed it down the toilet, something like that. No, nigga, you fucked her without a condom. You skeeted at her pussy, but she tried to trap you. This is the mind of the black man. Seriously, man. And it's sad, bro. It's fucking sad, man. This is literally the mind of a nigga, man. A nigga can pull out his dick and blame somebody else for what happens, the consequences of it. Like, bruh, what the fuck? It's it's like dealing with children, man. Like I can't take it no more. I cannot take it no more. I can't. I can't do it, man. It's literally talking to children, man. Like, what has happened to our thinking? She tried to trap you. Who pulled your pants down? Who took your underwear off? Bro, what the fuck? How do y'all end up in these situations where people try to trap y'all? I don't be in those situations. I don't even know how that works. I don't know how a woman can trap me. Would she put some type of voodoo on me or something? How does that work? Somebody would have to explain this to me. How did my dick end up in a woman with no condom on it? She forced me to do it? Like, come on, man. Like, I've never been trapped by a woman. I don't give a fuck how drunk. And I had some drunken nights, bro. I've had some drunken nights in my life. I ain't capping. I ain't never been trapped by no woman, man. Or took an advantage of it. I mean, I can't roll with that, bro. I'm a grown ass man, dog. I'm a grown ass man, dog. That shit ain't that serious, man. So I just don't get the psychology. LL Cool J ain't never been in no Me Too situation. LL Cool J ain't never been accused of domestic violence. How come LL Cool J is not on the island with Russell Simmons? They used to hang out. Tell me, somebody let me know. How come LL Cool J don't have any outside children that we know about? Somebody let me know. LL Cool J doesn't have a bunch of women saying that he sexually assaulted them because LL Cool J know how to think. Because LL Cool J made some different choices. Motherfuckers act like bad things happen to everybody. That's cap right there. And you know it. Morris Chestnut ain't never been in no fuckery with women. What's going on, Max Warrior? Morris Chestnut ain't never been in a fuckery, any type of fuckery with women. Morris Chestnut minds his business. He goes to work and go home. Ice Cube ain't never been accused of sexual assault. I mean, come on, people. Should I go down the list of guys that ain't never been in no dumb shit? Do I need to? You dig? James L. Jones ain't never been accused of sexual assault, like my man said. You know what I mean? Should I go down the list of dudes, man? Y'all understand where I'm going with this? Do y'all understand where I'm going? Denzel Washington, sure, haven't been caught up in no. All the women used to like Denzel for the most part. Denzel had the pick of the litter. Why did Denzel Washington keep himself out of trouble? Tell me why. Tell me. Somebody let me know. But we don't want to have this conversation, do we? Because niggas will say it can happen to anybody. Nigga, it don't happen to anybody. The same way every rapper don't get killed in his own hood. LL Cool J been rapping for over 30 years. He ain't never been killed or shot. Nas been rapping since 1993. Q-Tip been around since 94. You got Rev Run been out there since 86. Ice Cube been rapping since 89. These guys ain't never get killed in their own hood. But we don't want to have that conversation. Why Tribe Called Quest don't get robbed? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Outkast been rapping since 1996. Redman been around since 1996. Slick Rick been walking around with jewelry since 1988. Big Daddy Kane still dancing on stage. Why these guys never get killed in their own hood? Maybe we got to look at some of the activities of these men too. Maybe we got to look at some choices as well. But we don't want to do that. No, all rappers don't get shot. All rappers don't get robbed. All rappers don't get killed. That's not true. That's not true, bro. That's not true. Jay-Z been rapping since, Jay-Z was rolling with Big Daddy Kane back in 88. Jay-Z first album came out in 1996. He ain't never been shot. I think he been shot at, but he ain't never been shot. What's the difference, people? Like she say, Bun B been rapping since 89. He ain't never been killed. Scarface been rapping since 88. All rappers don't get killed. We got to look at some decisions that some of these rappers be making too. Let me give you a secret. King Von brought that on himself. Let me help you out a little bit. King Von brought that on himself. Mo 3 got killed in cold blood for fucking another nigga bitch. That always gonna get you in some shit. Sorry, it is. I'm sorry, it is, man. Like my man said, 9 people in the Wu-Tang, ain't none of them been shot. Well, after the rap, Ghostface got shot in the neck when they was in the hood. We got to look at some choices too, bro. Why we don't hear about Tribe Called Quest getting into shootouts? De La Soul ain't never been in a shootout. The Fugees, I never seen Lauryn Hill with a machine gun. I never seen Wyclef Jean with a machine gun. Someone please call 911. The fuck? But we don't want to keep it real about these things, man. We got to look at some choices, people. All of these rappers aren't innocent, man. When Nipsey Hussle got shot, God bless the dead, he was calling another gang member a snitch. Once you call somebody a snitch, that's street business. You're a rapper, dog. I'm not saying he should have been murdered. What I'm saying is he called somebody a snitch. I mean, y'all know how it is in the hood. You call somebody a snitch, you got to stand on that. And he called the wrong dude a snitch. Allegedly, that's what they say. I'm sorry. That's gang business at that point. He got killed by a gang member. I'm being honest. He got killed by a gang member, bro. That's gang business. That's street business, man. But here's the point. I mean, the streets don't love nobody. They don't care if you're a rapper. Who gives a fuck about rappers? I mean, seriously, man. A rapper is a rapper. A gangster is a gangster, bro. We gotta separate. A rapper is a rapper. A gangster is a gangster. You cannot drive in both lanes. I'm sorry. Most of the people that try to drive in both lanes, they're no longer around. I hate to say it, rap is entertainment. Ice Cube say fuck the police. I bet you he ain't said it in their face. Come on, bro. Suge Knight is in jail for 26 years for trying to do both. I'm going to say that again. Suge Knight is in prison. He's probably going to die in jail for trying to do both. Jimmy Henchman was a gangster. He was not a rapper. You know the nigga that got Tupac set up and robbed in Quad Studio. He's a gangster. Jimmy Henchman. He actually got a presidential pardon, but they're trying to keep him in jail. That's fucked up. It is what it is. Different story for a different day. A gangster is a gangster. Let me tell you how I know a gangster when I see one. This is my thing, right? I know a real street dude when a real street dude don't mind going to prison. To me, that's a real street nigga. He ain't complaining about jail. He like, bro, I'm gonna go do this 5 years. I'll be back. I'm gonna holler at you. That's a real street nigga right there. Anybody else faking it? I ain't no street nigga. I ain't going to jail. Fuck that. Unless I commit a crime. But I ain't trying to. Fuck that. That's a real street nigga to me. A nigga that don't mind going to jail. And them niggas they don't even care about it. They like, bro, I'll be back in 3.5, nigga. All right, nigga, hold me down. Nigga, save me a piece of that pizza. I'll be right back. I'm like, nigga, you got to go away for 3 years. They don't give a fuck. That's a real street nigga. Everybody else faking it. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody else faking it. A real street nigga do not mind going to prison. I'm just being 100. But the point is this. The point is this, though. The point is this, man. Everybody don't be into everything. It's like saying, and that's a real pet peeve of mine when niggas say, the Me Too can happen to anybody. No, it can't. No, it can't happen to anybody. No, it can't. Because it would happen to anybody. Barack Obama ain't never been Me Too'd. Usually, where there's smoke, there's fire. And this is why I don't get into a lot of those conversations, because I know niggas we get ourselves into a lot of shit, bro. Mostly over pussy and shit, but we do, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't want to take accountability for it. You see what I'm saying? Me Too cannot happen to anybody. If it did happen to anybody, it would happen to anybody. It's happening to a certain group of people. And some of these names, we're surprised, but I'm not. I don't put nothing past a nigga that's searching for pussy. Sometimes a nigga can get beside himself. I've been on earth for 34 years. I never been accused of rape or sexual assault. And I'm proud of that. I never had a woman say I took advantage of her. And I'm proud of that. Not one. And I've had some wild nights. Bro. So what we talking about here, man? Real talk. I've been on earth for 34 years, and I've never been accused of sexual assault. A woman never said I took advantage of her. I don't force myself on women. If a woman not giving me no play, I won't be around her. I don't make women drink alcohol when they ain't thirsty. I don't offer women a bunch of drinks and shit. I don't walk around in my underwear around women that I don't know. This is how you avoid stupid shit. I don't pull my dick out. I don't send a bunch of women dick pics unless they want them. And even then, I discriminate. Come on, man. So no, man, these Me Too things don't just happen to anybody, bro. Fuck out of here, man. Niggas be saying anything, man. That's cat. That's cat right there. That's cat right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, anybody can betray you at any time, any given time, but I mean, I get that, but come on, man. When you roll in a certain way, you lessen the chances. You can lessen the chances. You see what I mean? So what we talking about here, man? So I don't walk around paranoid that a woman gonna put Me Too on me because I don't do stupid shit, man. I don't do dumb shit. I don't sit back and feed a woman a bunch of alcohol when I don't even know her. I don't do dumb shit. I put this on my children. I done been in hotel rooms with women, didn't touch them. We just laid up in the bed and watched TV. Not that I want props, but I'm just letting people know how I carry it. I done been in hotel rooms with women, and for whatever reason, ain't nothing pop off. We stayed up in the bed and watched TV. And we'll wake up in the morning and get some coffee. It's that simple, man. This shit ain't that serious. I don't sit there and kick the girl out the room. Nigga, once you kick the girl out the room, now you got to deal with the consequences of that. I don't sit around and pull my dick out and try to fucking seduce the girl with a dance. She clearly said no. Once a woman say no, I'm done. All right, let's figure out a movie to watch or whatever the fuck, right? Let's try to make the best out of this. You know what I mean? Or I can leave. I can leave. Like, come on, bro. Like, miss me with that stupid, corny shit, man. I done been in hotel rooms with women, man, and ended up watching the fucking news that night. Did I like it? No. But is it real? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that cash app, Giles, Lawrence Giles. Appreciate that, dog. So, yo, man, we got to get back on our accountability tip. We got to get back on our accountability tip, man. I know niggas like the back of my hand. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas like the back of my hand. A lot of niggas will try to talk the girl into fucking her and fucking them. Bro, you know how many consequences come with that? If you got to do all of that, the girl don't want to fuck you. Man, you taking chances, bro. Come on, man. Either she want to sleep with you or she don't. You ain't got to do all that convincing. Nigga want to offer the girl drugs. Yeah, I get you an 8 ball. I get you some Molly or whatever, right? Let's go smoke a blunt. Like, nigga, y'all better stop that stupid shit, man. Did the girl ask for the blunt? Like, come on, man. You putting yourself in a dumbass position. Niggas ain't got no discipline, right? And then expect these women to have all the discipline. What sense does that make? You supposed to be the authority. You supposed to know better. As a man, you supposed to know better. But clearly we don't. I just can't get with that logic, bro. Like any mistake I ever made in my life, man, I made it on my own. Ain't nobody forced me to do nothing, man. I did some things as a younger man out of peer pressure that I regret. I did some things as an older man out of stupidity that I regret. And that's life. But ain't nobody make me do nothing, man. Ain't nobody make me do shit. So what we talking about? How can you try to hold these women to a standard that you have failed to uphold? I can't get with that, man. That's that do as I say, not as I do shit. I can't get with that. I can't get with that. I'm gonna say that one more time. I'm gonna get up off here in a minute. How you gonna hold these women to a standard that you have failed to uphold yourself? How does that work? That's bad leadership all the way around. That's bad leadership. That's bad leadership, no matter how you slice it. Damn, bad leadership. So anyway, I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to bring that. That's bad leadership. That's horrible leadership. That's a horrible example. Happens every day. Happens every day. Anyway, I just wanted to talk for a little second, man, about a couple things. I'm about to get up out of here though, man. I've been on here for a long time this morning, man. For anybody that's watching the playback, there's a link for the Self Improvement Summit Houston. There's a link for it. You know what I mean? If anybody's interested, follow me on Instagram at Dime Game Division. And today's Thursday. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, man. You know what I mean? Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, man. Peace.